Okay, so let me talk a little bit. Are you done? Yeah. Okay. Well, you really stirred them up.
I figured you were just good at the hand.
Yeah. You know, with any major program of projects, we do planning studies in our region all around. If we had money, what would we do? Where would we make improvements? And we look on a longer horizon. And in 2003, we had an opportunity through the nickel gas tax to fund some projects. And we strategically picked what we thought were excellent safety type improvements and select capacity improvement projects to go out and make that improvement into our infrastructure. That was in 2003, this is 2008, almost 2009, and quite frankly, some of these jobs were right on, some of them maybe weren't, some of them maybe there was too many of the same type in an area. And so we begin to evaluate that, and that's part of the scoping process that the project office does, and the pre-design and understanding it. We refine the estimates, the schedule, and all of that. What I've come to realize as I've met with people up here is that there's some question about the value of this project, and that gets me thinking, okay, put my engineer's hat on and let me prove to you all it's the best project in the world, because that's the way engineers work. And there's some things that I'm kind of scratching my head about, and I'm a bit sympathetic in some of the concerns you have. So I've asked people to go back and say, look at the benefit cost of this, look at the correctable accidents. Run the benefit cost on traffic volumes today, not what we thought in 1993, projected out to what we thought the traffic growth would be. Early indications are that the benefit cost maybe isn't what we thought it was at one time. So I'm back to your question, why would you put two this close? Well, maybe that's not the right thing to do. Maybe the right thing to do is to see how the one up the road works and evaluate what the improvement down here is. So we're looking at that, and it's through community input. It's through the cards and letters that we love to get. We love to get them. We hate to respond to them. We hear you. We understand. So that's the good news. The bad news, and this is the cop-out. I'll tell you right up front. This is kind of the cop-out. An inherent change in the nickel gas tax in 2003 and the transportation partnership account in 2005 is that we were, through the budget, given a list of projects, a list of dates to deliver them, and the amount of money that we would spend on those. And that was a legislative decision. Our state legislature took a very courageous vote and effort to put these projects on, and they wanted to retain some control and some oversight, rightfully so. And so I'm here today to tell you, I, as the administrator, can't say, great, let's take a vote, and if you vote to cancel it, I'll cancel it, I'll just put the project away. It is in the budget bill. It's in there with dollars appropriated in the schedule. And so essentially I'm obligated to do this job. I'm obligated to do what I'm here to do, and that's build these jobs. Now, I'm not that much of an engineer in tunnel vision. If it doesn't make sense, if it doesn't feel right, maybe there's some room. And so what I've talked to the project office about is, can we hold back a little? Can we slow down on this and think this through a little bit? Our state legislature is going to meet here January 12th. And they're going to wrestle with a whole lot of issues. Budget, social services, transportation, all of these things. And how silly would I look if I went out and drove towards the April ad date only to find that, based on my research, the state legislature doesn't think that this is necessarily the best project, and they want to maybe slide it out. Maybe they want to change the scope or do something like that. How silly would I look to know that a community association spent hard, cold money to relocate a water line, or a homeowner lost a valuable piece of real estate for a project that, in the end analysis, when everything came together, frankly, wasn't our highest need. And so I've asked the project office to slow down, recognizing that if they do, I will likely not make an April ad date, and I could face criticism from my bosses and maybe the state legislature. But I think all of our minds together will collectively come together and do what's right. So I don't have the ability to stop this job, but I am slowing it down and looking at it very, very cautiously.
Are you ready to relocate it?
Well, and here again, I don't have the ability to say, well, I think what the legislature said was, let's move it 2 miles down the road and make it a left turn project. I can't do that. I can control the delivery of it, and that's what I am going to do. I'm going to ask the project office to don't lose what you've got, tie it up, put it together, knowing that if in fact this job comes through the state legislature as a yes, go
I
forward.
want to embellish one more point.
Sure.
If I'm trying to turn left now, it's unsafe. If you have a passing lane, they're going to be going faster.
Yeah.
And when you slow down in the middle, I'm still going to slow down and try to turn left. You're never going to be going faster. The right lane will be blocked by trucks, and they're going to be trying to go fast. And I'm really concerned there's going to be a death one of these days.
Another.
Or an accident similar to how from that.
So where I'm at is I worked with the RV park, and I'm going to make sure that they not spend the money to relocate a water line prematurely. And I understand we have it's not a condemnation, but it's a right of way. We have made an offer on that.
There's a purchase that we would make, we have not made an offer on.
I'd like to hold on that. And
That would be yours, okay.
And you would also be taking my well.
okay. See, again, you know, if the project is absolutely necessary and that's what we have to do, okay. But gosh, I hate to go through that if it's not. Well, and you know, we'll give whole through a right-of-way purchase, but that's irrelevant. Why do what you don't need to do is my point.
What do I do? Just wait?
Yeah, you just take a time out and you'll make sure that our real estate services talk to you about that. So, sure. Okay, so if we could just, we're gonna have plenty of time for question and answer, because I can't leave until the Senate takes me back. And I think he's enjoying this. That's where I'm at, and I'm kind of in this dicey situation where I'm not telling you I'm stopping the job because I don't have, it's not within my job description to do that, but yet I gotta exercise some common sense. I've talked to the local electeds up here. We have a very strong legislative delegation up here, and I gotta tell you, I think they all get it and they understand. And going into session, there's gonna be a whole lot of issues that they're wrestling with, so I guess I'm coining this as kind of a slow down timeout so that we can evaluate everything. We're this close to the time where decisions will be made. Let's not take the long thing, I guess is what I'm trying to talk
When will
about.
the decision be made?
Well, ultimately, the decision that's made for me will come out of this next biennial budget bill, and if, well, you guys have a 105-day session, so April, March. So I'm taking a big risk here. I'm gonna make an ad date prior to the decision being made if I do my job, and if I delay doing my job, I'm gonna bet that I'm not gonna get in a whole lot of trouble by not making that ad date.